most of his life, Ishaan Verma had been called one thing: slow. Slow to speak, slow to answer, slow to understand. At least, that's what everyone believed. Teachers sighed when he was called on. Classmates laughed when he stuttered through a sentence. Even his own father, a mechanic who worked 2 jobs, often muttered under his breath, "If only you had a little more brains like your mother." But what they didn't understand was that Ishaan wasn't slow. His mind was too fast. So fast, in fact, that it didn't align with the real world. He saw everything, heard everything, processed every word, every glance, every shift in tone, all at once. It wasn't a gift. Not yet. It was chaos. At age 7, he stopped talking much. At age 10, he started avoiding eye contact. By 15, he had learned to keep his head down and survive. He didn't cry when they stuffed his bag with garbage, didn't flinch when they locked him in the lab supply room for hours. He just waited, silent, cold, observing. They thought he was weak, but inside, his mind was a supercomputer without an instruction manual. On the night of his 18th birthday, Ishaan was alone in his room. No party, no cake, just the soft hum of his ceiling fan and the glow of his laptop. He was reading a PDF about neural computation models for fun. Bored, he clicked a corrupted research file labeled Xenos.psi_v4 unauthorized AI neural loop simulation. It should have crashed his system. Instead, something unlocked inside him. His pupils dilated, his breathing stopped, time slowed down. Suddenly the screen wasn't just text, it was alive. His eyes flicked across entire pages in milliseconds. Equations he'd never seen before rearranged in his head like puzzle pieces. His fingers twitched involuntarily. He could feel everything: electricity, vibration, airflow, even the micro beats of his own heart. What is happening to me? Within 5 minutes, he had memorized a 12,000-page classified neuro-AI thesis. In 7, he rebuilt the simulation in his head. He wasn't just thinking fast now, he was operating on a different frequency. His mind was reading the world like code. The next few days were surreal. Ishaan discovered that with a glance, he could read any book in seconds, dissect complex systems like physics, language, or emotions, predict outcomes with terrifying accuracy, mentally simulate scenarios and find the best possible path, instantly. He tested himself. By the end of the week, he had reprogrammed his school's firewall from his phone, scored full marks on every mock test without studying, picked up 4 new languages, just for fun. Still, he kept it quiet, because Ishaan knew something everyone else didn't. Revenge tastes better when served with precision. They didn't know the damage they did. Dev, the school captain, once pinned him to a wall and forced him to repeat, "I am worthless," 30 times while recording it. Meher, the popular girl, pretended to like him for a dare, kissed him, and then sent the video around. Principal Sharma once told his father to his face, "Ishaan may never be normal. Don't expect much, even the kind ones." They stood by, watched, let it happen. He had spent 18 years being treated like a glitch. Now, he was the system override.
Ishaan didn't strike right away. No, he built a network, fake identities, a cryptocurrency wallet, a script that scraped their digital histories. He learned their secrets, fears, weaknesses. He reverse-engineered their behavioral patterns. He even designed a wearable device disguised as a smartwatch that slowed his thoughts to match normal human pace, helping him act ordinary in public. By day, he still wore baggy hoodies and kept quiet. By night, he was a ghost in the systems. He left anonymous messages. "Do you remember what you did to Ishaan Verma?" He didn't sign them, not yet. But the anxiety began to spread. Whispers, accusations, fear. They had no idea who was watching. It was the last day before college results were announced. Everyone was smiling, taking selfies, hugging. Ishaan stood quietly in the background, invisible as always, until the screen lit up with the final ranks. Rank #1, Ishaan Verma, 100% in every subject. Rank #2, Dev Sharma, 88%. The auditorium went silent. Then came the whispers. "Who is he? That can't be right. How?" He walked up slowly to receive his certificate, paused, then looked straight into the camera, live streaming the event, and said, "I was never slow. You were just too distracted to notice." Big drop. The internet exploded. He left the stage with a faint smile. Back home, Ishaan powered up the corrupted file that started everything. But now he noticed something new. A locked folder buried under the code Project VEDA _01, human Neuralink mutation, generation 0. There was a note: "If you are reading this, you're the first successful activation. You are not alone. More are coming." He stared at the screen. A A map appeared. Coordinates. Names. Others, like him. A quiet grin formed. This was never just about me. It's bigger. But before he left for the coordinates, he had unfinished business. Each of his tormentors received packages. Inside a USB stick with encrypted files from their own lives. Screenshots of their worst moments. Not public yet, but they would be. A message: you broke me. Now I'll break your houses. Some tried to beg. Some tried to bribe. One even tried to run. Didn't matter. Ishaan had no mercy left. Only memory. They had 18 years to be human. Now he had minutes to destroy them, and a mind that could outthink nations. He stood in front of the mirror. Older, stronger, eyes sharper, voice steady. For years I was afraid of my mind. I thought it was a curse. Now I see. It's the only real power I ever had. He adjusted his smartwatch, setting it to full sync. They called me slow, dumb, broken. He turned off the lights. They were wrong.